Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be slightly different and I've been dying to talk about this subject, which you will know from the title, for a very long time, and I think I've been in a bit of a video slump actually recently where I haven't really known what to put up, and I decided to be a bit more personable in this video and chat to you about something that I can speak from my standpoint. Now, what I might say in this video will not everybody will agree with, not everybody will see from this perspective, but I just want to share my story in hopes that maybe some other people will be going through the same thing or feeling the same way, experiencing the same things, and maybe hopefully it will help somebody or at least just enlighten others. So yes, I am talking about being gay on BookTube, and of course, just a background if you need it, I am a 23-year-old male who is gay and lives in the UK, and I started BookTube around 4 years ago, and a lot's changed since then, personally, in my mind, and on BookTube, that I wanted to talk about, so let's get into this video. So I have split this video up into kind of positives and negatives about being gay on BookTube, and again, this is only from my perspective. Everybody's lives are different, everybody has different experiences. Others who may be gay on YouTube might go through completely different stuff on YouTube, and others might not. So let's just get into the video and chat, and let's see if I can get this jumble of thoughts out of my head and into a video in a coherent way. Okay, so I want to start off by saying that when I started BookTube, I went through this massive internal struggle about whether or not to say I was gay online. And there was many reasons for this. I'd already been out for about 3 years, out and proud, was 100% happy about being out. So this feeling of wanting to suppress that again was very strange. I also had a job which I worried I worried that children from that job would find my channel and be like, oh, he's gay, blah blah blah, and I worried how that might come across as I worked in a school at that point. So I've been doing BookTube for a while, and like I said, when I started I didn't know if I wanted to say anything, and I believe that in some videos I hint towards it, in others I just don't talk about it. I never hinted that I was straight, I just never talked about it, and then it took a year or so to really get into this idea of talking about my sexuality in the sense of saying book characters that I liked and referring to hot male actors in book-to-movie adaptations that I liked, and there was lots of different things that I felt finally comfortable to just say and to kind of ease in, because I was worried of the backlash, because on YouTube a lot of people always talk about the hate. Be careful of the hate, be prepared for the hate, and I wasn't prepared for the hate. Not as an 18-year-old boy, I just was not ready for it, I didn't want it. I think I was 18 or 19, I didn't want it, I wasn't ready for it. I had a very nice coming out, compared to some, and I just wasn't prepared for that backlash because I've been hiding from that backlash from being gay since secondary school. But anyway, the positives. I found out that there's an incredibly open community with BookTube, especially back then when it was much smaller. A lot of people, if all people, were very supportive, very amazing, never got asked any questions, was always just supportive and just accepting, and I think that's the main thing. It was just blasé. It was like a comment and that it wasn't a big deal, which was perfect because that's how it should be. It shouldn't be a big deal. You should be able to love who you want without having to worry about backlash online, or even if in my mind that I didn't realise that, in my mind I might not have really thought that I was gonna get hate, but there was some sort of niggle in the back of my mind that was like, just be wary. And that's a shame, that's such a shame. Anyway, especially during this past 2 years, I've noticed online a really amazing group and community of LGBTQ plus people online, on Twitter, on Bookstagram, and in BookTube. But the past 2 years, I've been going through a bit of a dark phase with BookTube that I really want to open up to you guys about. I was gaining wonderfully, and then suddenly it stopped, and in my mind I believed it was because I was being more open and a lot more people were seeing my videos, and then suddenly they were being introduced to the fact that I was gay, and I stopped growing and I stopped with the engagement, and that took a big blow to me because I took it personally. It could have been something completely different, don't get me wrong, but in my mind I thought it was all because I was out and proud and being gay online. And then I noticed other booktubers who were also gay, bisexual, part of the LGBTQ plus community, and they were getting not much engagement too. And I started to wonder if it was a thing. It was something that BookTube wasn't ready for at that point. Now, I want to premise this video by saying that in the comment section, in my little bio down below, I have listed lots of LGBTQ plus people that you can go and follow on BookTube and go and support, okay? Because these are accounts that are really great, that I've been tweeted or I watch myself. And the thing is, I really pulled back from this whole booktube thing. I stopped commenting on people's videos. I stopped subscribing to new channels because I was almost done with the community, but still wanted to be a part of it because I just remembered the nostalgia and the wonderful community it was and still is, but that I had kind of secluded myself from. I don't know where this video is going and I don't know what I'm trying to say, but all I wanted to talk about was being gay on booktube, being different on booktube is what makes booktube. These differences and uniqueness of us all is what makes the community so amazing. Now don't get me wrong, there's been a lot of conversation about is booktube ready for people like us? Is booktube ready for lots of different things? And if I'm honest, I'm not sure. I don't know. I would like to hope so, but I feel like by talking about this might help get things off my chest and maybe will help others just to be like, just be yourself. Don't worry about the numbers. Be yourself, enjoy what you're doing, love what you're doing, and carry on doing it because there are people that are watching, and I hope this goes with me. I hope people watch me being openly gay, talking about things like that, and actually connect in some way. So this has been a bit of an interesting video, and I want to kind of talk about a few negatives, which I have obviously just brushed across some. But those who are watching, like I said at the beginning, I was worried about hate. There will be hate. There will be. I get an increased number of comments now that's like faggot and all those things, and you do have to be prepared of it. And it was naive of me to think that by hiding and suppressing that side of myself, they wouldn't come, because I got them when I wasn't even talking about being gay. But be prepared. Immerse yourself in the LGBTQ plus community that is a part of booktube and other communities on YouTube, because it's really important to feel like you belong, and I want to start making those steps to making conversation with people who have like-minded to me, or people who've gone through similar experiences to me, or different experiences, and learning from others in this community I find really important. So I want to say, by taking a step in my booktube journey, I'm going to be making more of an effort with the LGBTQ plus community, representing, sharing, showing the love, listening, learning, and talking to them about lots of different things. I'm very excited to talk about this and to just get it off my chest, and I know those who are watching might not really understand the premise of this video, but I suppose it's more for me to look back on maybe in a year's time or whenever I get into one of those dark phases and remind myself that it's cool being who you are, that booktube will accept you for what you do, and there is an incredible community of people out there who support, love, and are part of the LGBTQ plus community, and just who love us and support us, who aren't necessarily. That we've got lots of advocates, and I think it's really important, especially right now in our world. I think it's important that we all have a voice, whether that be a voice talking about books and recommending books that you relate to, but I'm very excited about the direction we're going in, and I feel like we are going to be getting to a point where we're all going to be full represented, and I want to be somebody on booktube for people who need. So I look forward to the coming weeks, months, years, and I look forward to growing with you guys and learning with you all, and thank you for letting me vent. It makes me feel much better. Like I said, this most probably is a video just for me to watch, but I hope maybe somebody watching has experienced maybe similar things. But I love you all. Thank you so much for being with me the past almost 4 years. Oh, thank you for being with me for the almost 4 years. And I really appreciate your support and love more than I could say and more than I can do. And I love you all, and I'm gonna go now. Bye bye!